They say Earth survived every asteroid that ever hit it. That's not true. Some impacts were so powerful they erased entire worlds. And if even one of them happened today, civilization could disappear before most people understood what was happening. 66 million years ago, a mountain-sized asteroid slammed into Earth and ended the reign of the dinosaurs. But here's the strange part. That wasn't the biggest asteroid our planet has ever faced. And by the end of this story, you'll discover an impact so devastating it makes the dinosaur killer look small. First, we start with a rock that seems harmless. Just 50 meters wide. About the size of a building. 50,000 years ago, this object screamed through Earth's atmosphere above what is now Arizona. For millions of years, it drifted silently through space. Then everything changed in seconds. Traveling faster than a rifle bullet could ever dream of moving, the iron asteroid struck the desert with the force of multiple nuclear weapons. The explosion flattened the landscape. A massive crater appeared, and the shockwave raced across the horizon. Now imagine that same asteroid arriving today. A major city directly below, it wouldn't stand a chance. Skyscrapers would crumble. Windows would explode outward for miles. The air itself would become a weapon. But that's not even the craziest part. Compared to what comes next, this asteroid is barely a warning shot. Because while Arizona is still recovering from that impact, another object is already racing toward Earth. And this one isn't aiming for a desert. It's heading straight for millions of people. What happens next changes everything. Because the next asteroid doesn't even need to touch the ground to destroy an entire city. In 2024, astronomers spotted an asteroid called YR4. At first glance, it looked like another ordinary space rock. Then scientists calculated its future path. And suddenly, alarms started ringing. For a brief moment, there was a measurable chance it could strike Earth in 2032. That probability later dropped dramatically. But imagine the worst-case scenario. Imagine they were wrong. The object arrives. The sky brightens. People stop and stare. Then the world detonates. And this is where it gets weird. YR4 doesn't need to hit the surface. 10 kilometers above a city, it explodes. A giant airburst. Brighter than the sun. More powerful than thousands of Hiroshima bombs combined. Buildings collapse instantly. Roads vanish beneath debris. Entire neighborhoods disappear beneath a rolling wall of pressure. But even that isn't the real mystery. Because another visitor arrives from far beyond our solar system. A strange object called Oumuamua. The first known interstellar object ever observed passing through our cosmic neighborhood. And nobody fully understands what it is. Its shape was bizarre. Its movement was unusual. Some scientists proposed natural explanations. Others wondered if something far stranger was happening. Then imagine it collides with Earth. A second sun appears over the Amazon. Seconds later, the rainforest erupts. Trees vanish. A gigantic crater opens. Fire spreads for hundreds of kilometers. Ash darkens the sky. The planet survives, but barely notices that something even worse is approaching. Because hidden behind all these disasters is the asteroid that once rewrote the history of life itself. And when it arrives, humanity faces the same nightmare the dinosaurs never escaped. A bright object appears above Mexico. At first it looks beautiful, then terrifying, then impossible. The Chicxulub asteroid has returned. The same impactor that ended the dinosaur age. Within moments, the atmosphere glows. The ocean boils. The ground shakes with unimaginable violence. Massive tsunamis surge across continents. Cities disappear beneath walls of water. Wildfires ignite across entire regions. But here's the shocking twist. Even Chicxulub isn't the deadliest asteroid in this story. Not even close. To find the true champion of destruction, we need to travel back 3.3 billion years. To a world almost unrecognizable. A young Earth. Primitive oceans. Tiny microbial life. Then came something called S2. A colossal asteroid roughly 200 times more massive than the dinosaur killer. Read that again. 200 times larger. When S2 struck Earth, oceans boiled. Molten rock rained from the sky. Planet-wide tsunamis tore through coastlines. The atmosphere transformed. The surface of the planet itself changed. Ironically, that catastrophe may have helped early life flourish. But if S2 arrived today, there would be no recovery, no rebuilding, no second chance. A continent-sized fireball would rise into the sky. Earthquakes beyond human comprehension would circle the globe. Food chains would collapse. Ecosystems would vanish. Civilization would become a memory. And suddenly, every previous asteroid feels insignificant. The small impacts, the city killers, even the dinosaur killer, all reduced to footnotes. Which leaves one unsettling question. If space has already created objects powerful enough to reset life on Earth, how many more are still out there, drifting silently in the darkness, waiting for their turn?